So this is gonna be a serious one, and I think it's well deserved to be a serious video because I'm explaining why Breaking Bad is the, my opinion, the best show in TV history. So I mean, let's just get to it, I guess. Let me explain. So first of all, the scenes, okay? These scenes, something about them, it's not even like they're beautiful or anything. They're just like perfect to capture the moment to explain what's really going on. Like the scene in the top left with the green, like kind of light in the back. It's just beautiful. Like it's like I said, it's not like nature beautiful, but it's like capture the moment beautiful. And then we got Huel over here. Come on, we all know Huel's a goat. He's got money, man. That's a beautiful scene. We all know Huel standing in the background. We all know what happens to our boy over here. But that was just a funny scene. But like this scene in the bottom too. It's like I said, it's not beautiful. It just captures the moment and like makes you understand it in a way. It's Jesse and fucking Jane holding hands while waiting for the TV to work. Oh my god, what a heartwarming moment. All the scenes just have some way of capturing the feeling of each vibe and aesthetic to each moment, I guess. But that just proves why the scenes were absolutely beautiful. Reason number two why Breaking Bad's the best show in history. Spoiler, so if you haven't watched it, just click off the video or watch it. I recommend watching the spoiler so I get some more views and everything. But anyways, spoiler, here are some of the best plot twists in TV history. They're literally perfect. I've they're so good. So here are some of my favorite plot twists. Is Walt letting Jane die from overdosing and just throwing up and suffocating in it. That was insane. Like I knew it would come bite Jesse in the ass, but I didn't think it was like it didn't really honestly do anything to Jesse. He was already broken. But like when Walt said it to Jesse, he just didn't really care. But I mean, it was still a good plot twist. Number three, Walt killing the goat. And Mike's a goat, obviously. Mike is one of the best characters in the show. God damn, he's so good. But killing him, that was so sad. And when he was just apologizing when he knew that there was another way instead of having to kill Mike, and all Mike says is, "Shut the fuck up and let me die peacefully." And he just watches like the large creek and the little mountain is a cinematic, like death, I guess. And he just falls over, and oh my god, it was so sad. Speaking of death, number two, Hank's death. I was not expecting it. I was finishing it with the show, not the show, with the friend for the first time, and he knew it was coming, but he didn't spoil it, and I never watched it. But Hank's death, oh my god, I was not expecting Hank to die like that. I thought he would have made it out of the show, you know? But him and Gomez just got buried in the desert. And then when he give Skylar the coordinates to where they were buried, like in the future, that was cold-blooded. But at least he did it now than never. And then the most best, I guess, plot twist in the show was Walt poisoning Brock with Lily of the Valley. I was not expecting that. I thought it was the ricin we all did at first, but then it kind of got proved it wasn't ricin, and it was just anomalous of what happened. And then it zooms into the Lily of the Valley being a little poisonous and it not being there. Oh my god, that literally made my jaw drop like to the fucking floor. That was so good. I wish they kind of revealed how he did it more, like got Brock to eat the flower, but god, that was so good. And then reason number three, the acting is literally the best in any TV show. I know I keep saying it, but like it's really the best show. Jesse, honestly, I was kind of shocked about how good he was gonna be. He's literally my favorite character because of his acting. And I think this was like his first acting show, or like first acting, like the start of his acting career. So props to him for killing the role of a thug, like a wannabe thug gangbanger kind of guy. But Hank was phenomenal with his like racist dad style jokes, and him being a DEA cop and all these like I don't know, he's that very stereotypical, like, DEA racist cop kind of guy, and he just killed the role. Like, he does his job, literally and acting wise. That's number two. And this is kind of a plot twist, but I gotta go to Walt Jr. or Flynn or whatever you want to call him. He definitely has to be my top three for acting. He didn't play a huge role, but he played enough of a role to make the whole show really happen, or like carry on in a way. And I mean, he's a breakfast man. What can I say? The guy loves his breakfast food, but he just does such a good job portraying like a teenage kid with cerebral palsy. I think that's what it is. But anyways, it was so good. And then another reason, character development. If you look at the characters from the beginning of the show to the end, it's literally a game changer. These guys have been through shit. Like Walt, literally, this is in the first episode. When he thinks the cops are gonna get him, he tries to kill himself. When he thinks the cops are gonna try to get him. And then when you compare it to the end, the cops are trying to get him for the rest of his life, and he just goes out in public and just does not give a shit. Like, he went from being scared like a little pussy bitch to absolutely not giving a shit. Like, the fact that he lost everything really made him a whole new man. Like, he's literally trying to kill himself because he almost got caught with one meth vehicle. When he continues to make the biggest meth empire in the world and then almost gets caught, he just runs and doesn't care. And then Hank figuring out that WW lines up with GB, Gail Bedecker, Walter White, and explaining that he's Heisenberg and that he's been chasing him the whole time, he's been under his nose, is insane. How he goes from like the funny douchey cop to the straight up prick wanting to kill his brother-in-law, piece of shit. Oh my god, it was so good. And Jesse really goes from that like teenage kid kind of, like he's not a teenager, but he still has those teenage vibes where he's like, "Yo, man," and just does drugs and doesn't have a job really, and kind of just like lives at the minimum. But when in the end, he's literally a slave. Like, he's so good at his job that he became a slave. Like, not just like I'm not just saying slave as lightly. Like, they literally tied him up and put him in cages for months and made him make meth. He literally became a little teenage boy to a full-blown slave. Character development at its finest right there. Once again, we got another spoiler, and this is going to be the final reason why Breaking Bad is the best show in TV history. And the spoiler is going to be Walt's death. This was almost unsatisfying to me, I kind of thought he would have a more blown out death, but I kind of love how subtle it was. Like, he killed himself. I don't know if that was part of the plan, but I think it changed once he got hit, so he just knew he was gonna die. But when he goes and looks at the meth machines to realize one last time how much he loved being good at making meth was, it really made him die with a smile on his face. You can't really see it, but there's a little smirk on his right side of the shadow side. But this was really an unsatisfyingly satisfying death. Like, it's not gonna be satisfying like Red Dead 2 kind of make you cry, but this is like the make your eyes just stare and lose conscious behind everything kind of death, It was once again another cinematic masterpiece where you just see the scene and it gives you like the vibes and the aesthetics and everything you need to know about the show. But those were all my great reasons why Breaking Bad was the best show in history. And soon, who knows? I'll probably do a Better Call Saul because I'm finishing that up real soon. Alright, love you guys. If you like, subscribe, please do it. I'm begging. Alright, bye.